Why 3 years? It's basically because you take 1 year to learn about the organization, how it is. Second year is the time you start performing, and by the end of third year you start getting gold. That's why we shift people from this department to that department. Okay, now when you are in college, what you must do? These are the things you must do. Read this book, Professional by Subrata Bakshi. No need to write down. I am sending this presentation to your assessment college. I will already send it. There is a beautiful book on high performance entrepreneurship by Subrata Bakshi. Then you must read Robert Kiyosaki, entire story of Robert Kiyosaki. Lot of books are there, fantastic on personal finance. Better India and Better World is the book I love most. I recently started reading it by Narayan Murthy. It's fantastic. The Focus by Al Rice. These are all books you must keep it in your library. It should be there throughout your career. You should have a habit of reading at least one business newspaper. Weekly, also one business magazine. Annual reports of various companies throw a lot of insight in industry and how they are faring globally in India. Okay, let me talk about the general activities. This golden period of 2 years or 1 year, you are not going to get back in life. So do your goal setting exercise individually. Let this be exercise done individually. You start setting goals right from 1 month to next 5 years goal. Form small groups and discuss case studies. You must organize some of the presentations within the group, and you must keep yourself fit mentally and physically. Okay? Let me show a beautiful another presentation.
18 months ago, after 22 years of happy marriage, my wife and I decided that our marital bed was, how can I put this, worn out. Now, I don't say this to boast. If we'd worn it out in half the time, I might have something to brag about. So we decided it was time to invest in a new bed. Now, I get allergies in the summer, so I like to sleep on a latex foam mattress. We set a budget of $1,500, and off we went to the biggest, the finest furniture store in town. To help the salesman, I thought I'd give him a buying signal. I said, we want to buy a bed. What's the best you have, I asked. This one, he replied, 30 springs to the inch. The mattress is stuffed with air from corn-fed horses. I said, do you have anything with a latex foam mattress? He said, a latex mattress? They're rubbish. I said, we've had one for 22 years. So why are you changing it? It's worn out. See, I told you they were rubbish. Think about this. If any of you are ever about to tell a prospect the policy you bought from someone else is no good, we made our babies on this bed, and this guy is telling me it's rubbish. Oh, we went to store number 2. We want to buy a bed. What's the best you have? This one, sir, $600. Do you have anything any better? Well, there's one for $700, but you'd be wasting your money. If there's $1 million round table somewhere for furniture salesmen, this one will never be qualified. On we went to store number 3, only to be met by such acute cold reluctance. Even after lying on their beds for 20 minutes, we still couldn't persuade the salesman to put down their coffee and come and serve us. In desperation, we found our way into a little backstreet bedding shop. A lady came up to us, she said, hello, is there anything I can help you with? Or have you just come in for a lie down? I said, we want to buy a bed. And she used the magic words. What do you want? I said, I don't know, I'm confused, advise me. She said, what do you have at the moment? Told her, have you been happy with it? Yes. Then why not have another one for sale? A model the same as you have, sir, is $1,500. But the top of the range is just $250 more. If you're going to be as comfortable for the next 22 years as you have been for the last 22, don't you think you deserve the top of the range? I said, do you want a deposit, or can I pay for it all now? What did she do that none of the others had done? She asked the question, what do you want? What our prospects and clients want for themselves, their families, their businesses, will always be greater than just their needs.
So you are in college, you can ask questions. What do you want? Okay? Thank you.
Aditya Kalandri, and my question is, the rupee symbol has been transformed into new look. Is it going to make the Indian currency more powerful in presence of all currencies?
100%. I told you about India's story. It's a fantastic story, and definitely it is going to help us. 100%. Sir, what about you? How do you respond to this? 100%.
Branding, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sir, how it going to be?
For that, I think I'll have to come back to you again.
How is it going to be?
Absolutely.
Our rupees value is 2 days. So how can you increase the value of rupees in the global market?
So basically what we need is have as less imports as possible, and have high amount of dollar exports or any other services which we are rendering to foreigners or foreign nationals or foreign national companies. Have a lot of exports, and basically to bridge the gap between the forex outflow and forex inflow will definitely help us in the rupee. Increase the rupee value. We will get all of that. He is an expert.
The strength of the rupee depends on, is directly proportional to the economic the fundamentals. So if our exports rise, if our current account balance rise, then automatically our rupee value is increasing. It means, you remember, as I mentioned to you during my presentation, the rupee, the dollar rupee was, $1 is equal to 50 rupees once upon a time, about 1.5 years back. The same came back to 39 rupees. There is a depreciation of 39 rupees, appreciation of 39 rupees, from 50 to 39. So it means, during that point of time, the economy grew very well, or rather, the American dollar lost. It became weaker and weaker. So that's how that explains. So it is directly proportional to economic fundamentals.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Rahalkar also would like to add something to this.
I think one way is we should have someone like Greenspan heading RBI, because he chose development over any protectionist way of running the economy. So if that kind of reform happens in India, which I don't think is likely, because we have very socialist mindset. Even our capitalism is biased. That's what I feel. But there are seniors who would probably be the right people to answer that. But coming back to the question, I would say we have not selected development and growth on a fast track as yet. So I don't see Indian rupee appreciating that much yet.
Yes, panel discussion.
But I think it's very important as students, you need to read the Tarapur committee report. It is very, very important. This was happened when I used to work in Kota, maybe 98. Uday was there, all of us were there. And big debate, yes, it will happen next week. I told Uday, nothing will happen. Look out on the ribbon point window, you'll see the sea. But look behind you, you'll see Bihar and other states, they have to catch up. Now, fortunately, Bihar is catching up 10 years later. Bihar has actually become a model state. UP is catching up. When you are from there, you know the difference, right? I think the rupee is ready for being floating, right? And I'm not a pessimist like you. I think it will float. The question is when. When that floats, I think we'll become a much stronger economy. The question is when. When, of course. No, I'm not pessimistic. I think it will happen. And I think the whole situation will change for your generation, because I'm sure, absolutely, if not our generation, your generation will see the rupee being a free currency. Otherwise, I don't think we are going to make a difference as a global player. I think that time has come for Tarapur again to be dusted, red, and bigoted. So, you should talk about Tarapur. Very awesome.
So your question is answered?
Yes, sir.
I hope everyone's clear with various banking prospects and career prospects in banking industry, what we have and what we're looking forward after a year or after 2 years for the juniors.